Hey everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So going along with this week's theme, I'm doing throwback videos, and since Halloween is right around the corner, y'all, I wanted to do a fun kind of Halloween stuffed pepper recipe. I shot this video, I think about 2 years ago, and decided now was the time to put it out. But first, what do we do every Friday? We do some YouTube shout-outs. Pew, pew, pew. I'm coming home. And this week I'm doing the beard edition because there's a couple dudes that are on the YouTube that have some good channels too. So notable mentions, because I've already mentioned them: Eric from Bland's Promised Land Ranch and Eric from Gagne Farm. Yes, y'all are some beard pros. And I think I'm going to go ahead and give myself a... So I'm going to stay really, really still so I can keep this beard on me, so I can join y'all's little group. But our first YouTube shout out, pew pew pew, is Jason from Gardening with Goody. He's actually a newer channel that I started following, and I just freaking adore them and their channel. Such a good old Christian man with some good old wholesome advice. And if you have not, make sure you are liking and subscribing to his channel. Give his videos a thumbs up, and let's give him a pew, pew, pew. The next one is another one of my favorites, and he has a beard, but not quite like the other ones, but we still representing him for the beards, is Pastor Lon from Homesteading Pastor. Him, his wife, and their family have a fabulous, fabulous YouTube channel. And if you have not, head over and subscribe to their channel. I mean, they are a great homesteading channel to watch for advice and just to have that good, wholesome feeling when you watch it. So let's give them a pew, pew, pew. And my third YouTube shout out, pew, 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 is the one, the only Daz from my Aussie Kitchen and Garden. Y'all know I love me some Daz, love me some Daz. And while I'm shooting this video, he just hit 1,000 subscribers. So let's give him a big old solid pew, pew, pew. Alrighty, so I'm over this beard already, so now I can go back to doing all of my animations. And you know, I actually think I heard, well, no, all three of those channels I heard because of, you guessed it, Lisa, the Homesteading Fairy. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get into making some Halloween stuffed peppers. So I start with putting the in to start cooking. Usually, you can read the bag, but usually it's 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. You want to make sure also that you put in your ground beef mixture to start mixing. I did a 1/2 pound of sausage and a 1/2 pound of ground beef and let it start cooking. So with the red pepper sauce, I always like to make it fresh. So don't worry, I'll leave the recipe in the description box so you won't have to remember it as you go along. But I start off with a 16-ounce jar of roasted red peppers. As you can see, I was completely struggling with getting that into the food processor. Then I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. That just kind of gives it the best flavor and kind of brings out the taste of the red peppers. And then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of minced shallot. And also 2 cloves of garlic minced. I've pretty much already prepped all the garlic and the shallot, so I just kind of threw it in. I also did 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh basil. I actually grow that in my garden, so I just picked a couple leaves off the plant and tore them in there. You also want to make sure that it's fresh and not dried basil or any of that. Make sure that it's fresh. It will give it the best taste. Then you want to actually start zesting one lemon. With zesting, that kind of gives it the flavor of the lemon, but we're also going to add in lemon juice as well. The struggle is real for me and this zester. It's actually a cheese grater, so I probably should have used a zester, but oh well. I've definitely washed my hands, so just saying. And really putting the lemon zest in there is, to your personal taste. I usually do anywhere from like 2 to sometimes 3 tablespoons of lemon zest, just to make sure that it gets that really citrusy taste in my red pepper sauce. You want to make sure then you cut the lemon in half, like I'm doing off camera, and squeeze a half of a lemon into the mixture into your food processor. You can use a lemon squeezer. I'm a server, so I have server hands, and I squeeze it all the way out, and I get all the lemon juice that I need. You also want to then, after the lemon, go ahead and put your, salt and pepper to taste. I know that the recipe calls for a half a teaspoon of salt and a fourth of teaspoon of black pepper. I guess I'm going to put a little bit more zest in this time. So I'm putting a little bit more zest, and then of course I'm going to put in my salt and my pepper. Oh, there the garlics go. And they don't have to be super chopped because your food processor is going to chop it all up, as you blend it all in. I'm kind of eyeing it for the salt and definitely eyeing it for the pepper. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put the top on and chop to get it all saucy and blended well together. Well, it may help if I plug it in. Wah, wah, wah. Make sure it's a good consistency. I always pat the top to make sure all the liquid goes down to the bottom. Give it a little taste. Make sure it's to your liking, salt and pepper wise. And then we're going to go back over and check on the beef. With the beef, I'm going to head and go and add a little bit of garlic salt and a little bit of onion salt. I love garlic salt, so I just add it into the brown mixture. Make sure that it's cooked all the way through. You're going to be adding it to your rice and to your roasted red pepper sauce, but you just want to make sure, especially with the pork, that it's cooked all the way through. Give it a little mix up and just let it there to simmer a little bit longer while we do the peppers. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you have 4 large orange bell peppers and that they're rinsed and washed. I've already rinsed and washed them. They are organic peppers, so there's no pesticides or anything on there. And thank you to Sarah and Kevin from Living Traditions Homestead for getting me on that kick. If you have not seen their YouTube channel, make sure to click right up above and head over to their channel. Make sure you have a cutting board. Thank you, Hildy, for my cutting board. I always love stuff that has my name on it. And you're going to want to go ahead and cut the top part off, just a little bit of the top. If I can get to it. And clean out the middle of it. The middle of it's going to have the seeds and the stemish, if you want to call that. Make sure to get all of that out. And I'm just going to put it back on my bag that I got the seeds for, or that I got the peppers from, to make sure that I kind of get all of them out. And I'm also going to kind of rinse them off too before I put them on here. And you want to do these to all 4 of them, and then you're going to put them on an oiled cookie sheet. So I just got them all washed, and I greased this little pan down and put the little tops on it. Before we put these, you want to actually, to make the jack-o'-lantern, you're going to want to go ahead and just carve out the little face. So easily do the little triangles for the eyes. Again, they don't have to be perfect. Another thing that I've learned from Sarah and Kevin is what they call homestead perfect. So once you got it all finished, in a 350-degree oven, you're going to leave it on for probably about 15 minutes, just until they're like nice and roasted, and then you'll take them out, and then we'll put all the mix in. So while they're cooking, you want to go ahead and add the meat mixture, the rice, the roasted red pepper sauce, all together. Stir it up good and let it simmer. All right, so our peppers are out of the oven. They're definitely hot, so be careful. I have server hands, so I have hands of steel. And what we're gonna do is literally, after they've cooled a little bit more, we're gonna take them and then we're gonna put this fabulous heated up mixture inside of it, decorate it, and serve.